Today we're going to be working with sun salutations, both modified and regular, full sun salutation, per request of one of my students. We'll begin first with a warm-up for our spine and our hips, and then we'll move into the sun salutation itself. So welcome, let's get started. If you have a block or a blanket, you're certainly welcome to use those. And I'll meet you on the mat. Also, I forgot to tell you, my wonderful dog Sam is going to hopefully be nice and calm and stay here with us during this practice. All right. So to start out this morning, or this afternoon, if you're joining me in the afternoon, we're going to take our hands down onto the mat, our knees hip distance wide. And we're going to begin with some cat and cow as we arch our spine towards the ceiling and draw the belly in. And inhale into cow, looking up, arching the spine the other way. And moving to cat, exhaling, inhaling to cow, and back and forth. Moving with the breath, letting go of expectations and judgments and competition. And just moving and breathing and staying in this present moment. Full breath in and full exhale. Thinking about breathing in beautiful oxygen through the body and breathing out any tension, any fear, any worry during this time of our virus that's swirling around our world right now. We'll come back into our neutral position and simply turn the head and look back at the heel. And inhale into the center and look back at the other foot. Inhaling to center. Exhale, look back. Both sides. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling to center and exhale to the other side. Feeling the stretch through the hip. The side body coming back to center. Let's sit back into child pose and see what that feels like for us today. You can have your toes curled up if you want to. Toes on the mat. Or you can place the tops of your feet down on the floor. And find the best place for you here today in Balasana. Maybe you want to support your head with your fists or with a block. And just breathe here and begin to connect to the inner body. This is a wonderful grounding pose where we really can be close to the earth. Feel supported by Mother Earth. Take one more deep breath in and out. And then I invite you to come down onto your backs. And we'll bend our knees here. Just find place that's best for your back. Your shoulders should be wide on the mat. Maybe palms up to relax. Maybe your arms are out at an angle a little bit. Just really relaxed here. And just taking a few breaths as we let gravity relax our muscles down. It's fine if you want to just close your eyes and follow my words without looking. And just connect into the inner body of yourself. Relaxing and releasing all those muscles along the spine. Muscles in the neck. The jaw is loose. The belly is soft here. And then let's bring one knee in and place our hand on the kneecap and bring the other knee in, and the hand can go on the kneecap. We're going to rotate our knees in circles here, so our hips are beginning to feel a little movement here. Drawing the knees in towards the chest, circling them out, pushing them away, and coming back together again. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And then we're going to reverse the direction. Connecting with the breath. Noticing the body. And let's press the feet towards the ceiling and let the knees be bent as much as they want to be. We can support the backs of our legs with our hands, and we're going to rotate the ankles now in circles. Everything else is relaxed. Try and relax the shoulders down so we're not hunching up towards the neck. And we'll go the other direction. And press through the heels and then point the toes, flexing and pointing. Yes, stretching the tops and the bottoms of the feet. And then let's massage the backs of our legs. The calves behind our knees and down into the lower or the upper part of the leg, I guess. Massaging those muscles. We're usually tight in our hamstrings. And we'll release the feet down, walk the feet in towards the buttocks just a little bit, and we'll place our hands on the mat with our palms down here alongside our legs. We're moving into bridge as we lift up on an inhale, moving through each vertebra of the spine, lifting tall. And releasing back down very slowly on the exhale. And inhaling, hips come towards the ceiling. And releasing back down. Slowly returning to the mat. This next bridge, we're going to rise up and we'll hold it here for 3 long breaths, lifting, pressing into the feet. Noticing the belly rising on the inhale and descending on the exhale. 1 more long breath here. On the exhale, we're going to release the spine all the way down again to the mat. And let's just notice when we get there how we feel. Let's straighten the legs even. Maybe you'd like to wiggle the body a little bit, wiggle the hips and the legs and the feet. Wiggle the head. Just kind of feel how that feels. From here, I'd like you to bend your knees. We're going to get a little fluid moving up through the spine. A real easy way to do this. We bend our knees, place our toes, our big toe especially, all the way to the inner heel on the mat with a very light touch, and we're going to press into the floor so that our body begins to rock forward and backward. It's a quick little movement, so we're not trying to control it a lot. We're just a quick little kind of flicking of our feet on the mat to press the body back and forth. And we begin to feel it up into the shoulders and the neck. It should feel really nice, very easy going here. And we're going to add our arms in. So we're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling and just have real loose wrists. They're just kind of hanging with gravity here. The shoulders are wide on the mat still. And we're going to go overhead, reach the arms overhead, wherever they will go as we continue our little rocking motion. Take a big breath here with our arms overhead on the floor. On the next inhale, we bring the arms up overhead and we're going to drop the right arm down and the left arm across the body. And let's turn and look at the right arm. Yeah, good. Just rocking. Noticing. Let's bring the arms back up overhead towards the ceiling this time, and then lower the left arm down to the side. Right arm comes across the body wherever it feels comfortable. And we turn our head and gaze to the left now. Still we're rocking. We're still rocking. We're bringing that fluid up into the spine, into the back of the neck. Let's bring the hands up to the ceiling again. Soft wrists, and then exhale, or let's inhale first all the way overhead to the floor. And take a couple breaths here as we continue rocking. Feel the expansion through the chest and the shoulder area. And then we're going to inhale those arms up. And let's relax the arms down alongside our body. And we can cease our rocking and just notice for a moment how we feel. Maybe we'll bring our feet wide on the mat and let the knees touch in the middle. Breathe and close your eyes here and notice. So we're gradually moving and getting fluid moving in the body, warming up some joints, warming up the spine. From here, we're going to roll over, and I invite you to come to a standing pose now, making your way to standing, whatever way is best for you. And we're going to continue our warm-up, warming up the interior of the body by taking a straddle position here, reaching arms up, and then exhaling, bending knees towards the toes, which are open towards angles or corners of the room. Inhale up and exhale. This is moonflower, soft moonflower. Moon energy is more softer, feminine energy. So this kind of movement in moonflower can be more aerobic if you'd like, or slower and more purposeful, whatever your body needs this morning or today. The next time we come up and raise our hands up, we're going to hinge at the hip with a flat back and scoop up from the floor and lift. And exhale, flat back and lift. Exhale. So this one is called sunflower. Pressing into the feet, feeling the energy, lifting up through the legs, through the spine to the fingertips. Feels good and energizing. We can move between moonflower here and sunflower, however you want to. Alternating. Maybe you'd like to hold in some place if it feels good. You get to choose your practice. Just warming up here. Let's remain down on the floor, widen our feet just a little bit wider into a longer straddle and bring our feet parallel to the ends of the mat now. And we're going to hold our arms right underneath our shoulders. Our hands are right underneath our shoulders with straight arms and straight legs. Feeling a nice stretch through the inner thigh and maybe through the hamstrings. Breathing here. If you have blocks, this is a good place. You can use a block for your hands if you'd like. And I'm going to bend my elbows and allow my head to drop a little bit farther, if that would feel good to you. Bringing my right hand underneath me, and for me, it works better if I have my fingertips on the floor rather than my flat palm. So I use my fingertips here to hold me up. And I'm going to sweep my left arm up. Look up at that left arm. Exhale back down. Switch hands. Sweep the right arm up and look up. Exhale down. And on the left. And on the right. And one more on each side. Getting a little twist here in the spine, a stretch in the shoulders. And again, drop the head down. Enjoy this stretch. Breathe. Then we're going to walk our heels and our toes, our toes back, right underneath us. Slide the hands up the legs and come into mountain pose. Good. I hope you're feeling warmed up now. Let's take a pause here and just notice the body. Maybe you'd like to close your eyes. Feel all four corners of the feet pressed into the floor. Kneecaps are lifted. Our thighs are engaged. Our thighs are pressing towards each other and lifting through the pelvic floor. Good. So now let's stand at the top of your mat. I'll come here to the side. So I'm going to be moving sideways to you. And we're going to be doing sun salutation, both modified version and then a traditional full version. I just have one little thing to say about it. If you're watching me during the full version of the sun salutation, you may see me do something just a little different when I'm stepping back with one of my legs, because I just had, I'm just recovering now from total hip replacement on the right side. So that takes a little while to get that flexibility back. But you'll be able to tell what to do, okay? So let's step at the front of our mat and stand tall. Draw the belly in, hug in the buttocks. Shoulder blades are lowered down away from your ears. And we're going to circle sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Circle sweep up. And then we swan dive forward into forward fold. Slide up halfway into monkey with a flat back. Exhale, back down. We're going to step back with our right foot and lower the right knee down, coming into a lunge, reaching up with the arms either straight or cactus arms, or maybe you would like to bring them to your waist. Exhale the hands back down to the mat. Step back into child pose. From child pose with extended arms, we reach forward into kneeling plank, engaging the belly and the shoulders. We exhale and lower all the way down to the mat. And then we inhale and lift into baby cobra, keeping our neck in alignment, shoulder blades back and down. Then we exhale back into child pose. This time we step forward with our left leg and we reach up, or choose your arm placement. Exhale, hands down on either side of the front foot, and we step forward into forward fold. Circle, sweep up, bring the hands together here. Exhale, hands to heart, and sit back into chair pose. Very good. Circle sweeping up. Let's just bring our hands back to the heart to complete that one side of modified sun salutation. Circle sweep up, swan dive into forward fold, slide up halfway into monkey with a flat back. Exhale back down. This time our left foot steps back and lowers down into a lunge. Choose your arm placement. Good. From here, we sit back, place our hands down, and come to child pose. Reaching hands forward with straight arms, inhaling forward into kneeling plank. Exhale all the way down to the mat, and then inhaling into cobra. Making sure that our feet are connected, our thighs are connected, our pubic bone is connected to the floor. Exhaling back to child pose. Inhaling forward with our foot and reaching into a lunge. Exhale, hands come down. We step forward from forward fold into forward fold. Circle sweep up. Hands come to our heart. We sit back into chair. Circle sweep up and end a full round of modified sun salutation. Okay, you doing okay? Right, here we go. Circle sweep up. Swan dive forward fold. Come up halfway into monkey. Exhale back down. Our right foot steps back into a kneeling lunge and we reach up for our hands. Exhale, hands back down. Step back into downward facing dog. Or this would be child pose. And with arms reaching forward, we come into kneeling plank. Exhaling down to the floor. Inhale, lift up, make sure everything is connected. Pubic bone, leg bones, foot. Exhale back to child pose. Inhale forward, lifting into a lunge. Exhale, hands come down. We step forward into forward fold. Circle, sweep up. Hands come to our heart and we sit back into chair. And circle, sweep up, back to our heart. Circle, sweep up. Exhale down, halfway up. Exhale back down. Step back with our right foot into a lunge, reach up. Exhale back down, sitting back into child pose. Leaning forward into kneeling plank, we exhale back down to the mat. Inhale into cobra, keeping our head in alignment, shoulder blades down and back. Exhale back to child pose. Inhale, right leg comes forward. We exhale, hands to the floor, we step up, circle, sweep up, hands to heart into chair. Circle, sweep up, and back to the heart. I hope I did the same amount on both sides. If I didn't, please make sure that you do the same amount on both sides. I kind of lost track. All right. So that was modified version of sun salutation. We're going to move into a full sun salutation now. Standing at the top of our mat, our feet are hip distance wide. We engage the feet into the mat, spreading the feet wide, feeling tall and lengthened through the crown of the head. We circle, sweep up, swan dive into forward fold. We step back with our right foot standing into a lunge, front knee bends. Remember, we have options for our arms here. Exhale down, we step back into downward facing dog. This time we move forward into plank pose. Exhale down to the mat. Inhale up into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into down dog again. Step forward with our right foot into a lunge. Exhale, hands come to either side of the foot. We step forward into forward fold, circle, sweep up. Hands come to our heart and we move back into chair pose. Circle, sweeping up and to the heart. Other side, circle, sweep up. Swan dive, forward fold. Slide up halfway into monkey. Exhale, back down. We step back with our left foot into warrior one. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. We step back into downward facing dog. Leaning forward into full plank. Exhaling down slowly to the mat and inhaling into up dog. Exhale back to down dog. From here, we raise that leg and step forward into a lunge. From our lunge, we exhale down, step forward and circle, sweep up. Looking up at the hands, exhale, hands come to heart, chair pose. Circle, sweep up, and hands to heart. Let's just close our eyes here for just a moment between rounds and notice how you feel. Take some nice deep breaths. And we're going to do one more round. Circle, sweep up. Swan dive, forward fold. Our hands come down and we slide halfway up with a flat back and monkey. Exhale, forward. Stepping back with our right foot into a lunge. Exhale, hands come down. We step back to downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Exhale slowly to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Stepping forward with our right foot this time. We come to a lunge. Our back foot is firmly on the mat and our right knee is bent. From here we exhale, hands to the mat, step forward to forward fold, circle sweep up. Hands come to our heart, we sit back into chair. Circle sweep up and bring the hands back to our heart. Circling the arms again, exhale, forward fold, inhale halfway. Exhale, back down. Our left foot steps back for a lunge. Whichever place you want your arms. From here, we exhale the hands down. We step back. Leaning forward into plank. We exhale to the floor. Inhale, up into up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Stepping forward with our left foot. Lunge here. Exhale, hands down. Stepping forward into forward fold. We circle up. Reaching tall, back bend here. Hands come to the heart. We sit back into chair. And we come back full circle to the heart as we stand tall to complete our series. Take a few breaths here. Notice how your body feels energized, warmed up, a little more limber than when you started. Moved through some stuck energy. And those of you who want more of a practice with sun salutation, you can continue doing that same thing. You can do many versions. We pause and we notice how we feel now. And we can bring our hands down into Tadasana, mountain pose. This is a good time to practice a little balance. Let's just come up onto our toes, gazing on the floor, lifting tall onto the toes. Smile. Lower the feet down and lift the toes off of the mat. Then lift the heels off of the mat. And then lower the heels and lift the toes. Lower the toes and lift the heels. And lower back down. Let's move into a little bit of a squat. Coming down into whatever version of a squat you have. And then we can lift up and exhale down, reaching, inhale up, exhale, reach down, inhale, lift up, exhale, reach back, inhale, lift, and exhale, reach back. And from here, I invite you to just come down onto the mat in whatever way you'd like to make it there. And let's come all the way down on our backs now. Good, and just reach the arms out wide and feel The shoulder blades wide on the floor. Knees can be bent here if you'd like, or you can straighten them. And take a couple deep breaths. Just noticing how your heart might be beating, how your breath is moving across the nostrils. How you might feel warmer now. Maybe there's some vibrating areas in your body. We moved a lot of energy around. We're going to bend our knees again here with our arms wide. Lift the feet off of the mat and allow the knees to roll over to the side without touching the floor. So they're kind of hovering over the floor. And then we inhale back to center and we exhale over to the other side as we hover the knees. Let the arms be wide, let the shoulders be on the mat. And back to center to the other side. And to center and to the other side. And back to center. We're going to relax the feet down and move all the way down. Let the feet be straight, the legs be straight. And let's reach the arms overhead on the floor and reach the feet the opposite direction. Flex the heels, reach the fingertips and make yourself really long. Really long. Let's stretch a little extra through the left leg and the left arm in opposite ways, relaxing the right side. And let's go to the right side, stretching and relaxing the left side. And back to center, we relax, bring the arms down to wherever it feels comfortable for final relaxation. And we'll take just a couple minutes here, relaxing, releasing any tension, knowing that our bodies have worked hard and felt stimulated. Our heart has been pumping blood. Our lungs have fresh oxygen moving through them. Healthy bodies. And during our final savasana of our resting after our practice, we can bring calm into the mind and focusing just on the easy breath in and out. Being in this moment right now, knowing everything is fine just as it is right now. We begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes now. Finding some movement in the body. Perhaps rolling onto our side to prepare to sit up into a comfortable sitting position, and we'll close our class. Taking your time. And as we sit up with our hands in our heart, I'm going to close with a chant of Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. And that means may all beings everywhere be happy and free. You can join me. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I hope you have a glorious day. Bye.